Uh-oh. Zuma Kitty accidentally tests out the super fast rocket skates that they don't stop. Where Jay says, I had them right. And then Zuma Kitty says, meow. That means he says, hey guys, over here. Where Jay says, Kitty, where'd you get those skates? And then Zuma Kitty says, meow. That means he says, in that box. They made me feel awesome. Where Jay says, Dear Squad, Trixie, we have a problem. Those fast skates are called the super fast rocket skates. Then he said, super fast rocket skates, where Jay says, super fast rocket skates are the fastest skates in the world. They don't stop. Where Zuma and Kitty says, meow. That means he says, okay, rocket skates, you can stop now. Then he says, uh-oh, I can't stop. Also, Jay says, guys, we have a problem. Where Kai says, we need planet power boosts. Where the Deer Team and Jade went to save Zuma Kitty from those out of control rocket skates. They try tape, but it doesn't work. They try glue, but it doesn't work. Also, Zuma Kitty says, right away, Kitty, coming through. Then he accidentally turned on the giant egg dropper, and all the workers start panicking. They said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where Kai says, what's going on? Then one of the workers says, that runaway kitty accidentally turned on the giant egg dropper. Then one of the workers says, it's gonna drop the giant egg on us. Also, MB says, uh-oh, Scout. Looks like we're stuck a little bit in traffic. And the Scout said, ugh, traffic? I've been waiting, not going. Where Scout says, hey, is that one of Trixie's kittens? And he's going to pass traffic? Where Scout says, hey, he's got the rocket skates. I want those rocket skates. Where Scout says, excuse me, coming through, out of my way. Where Scout says, oh no, the Deer Squad want those rocket skates too. Where Scout says, go away, Deer Squad, I want those rocket skates. Where Kai says, but Scout, those rocket skates are in big trouble. You don't want them. Where Scout says, oh yes I do. Where Scout says, now, you're ticklish by, the Scout says, by 10 itchy robots. Where Scout says, so long, pesky deers. Where Scout says, okay, Emmy, there they are, the super fast rocket skates. Where Emmy says, but Scout, getting those rocket skates are going to be kind of tricky. Where Scout says, well, I'm just going to grab them. Where Scout says, aha, I told you I got this. Where Emmy says, don't worry, Scout, I got you. Or, in the Rescue Nights episode, Scout and Emmy accidentally catapult themselves all the way to the mountain. Where Scout says, oh no, we're far away from Central Forest, and we're far away over here on that mountain. Where Emmy says, don't worry, Scout, while we wait, how about we can sing a little song? Where Scout says, wait, hold on, wait a second, what are words to that song? Where Emmy says, it isn't. Then what does it go? This Scout says, it goes like this. If you're happy, if you know to stop your feet. Where Emmy says, oh, now I get it. Where Emmy says, now we're having fun. Where Scout says, if you happy, if you know it, and you really gotta show it. They say, if you happy, if you know to stop your feet. Then Emmy said, are we still happy? This Scout said, no. And then once again, Scout and Emmy accidentally catapult themselves into that cage. That's hang on to a slimy, bubbly swamp. Where Emmy says, don't worry, Scout, while we wait, how about we can sing a little song like Diddle Diddle Dumpling? Where Scout says, yeah, that's my favorite song in the world. Where Scout says, Emmy, that's not the words to that song. Where Scout says, Emmy, that's not the words to that song either. Where Scout says, wait, Emmy, I think I hear something. Where Scout says, it's the Rescue Nights. Where Emmy says, yeah, they're coming to rescue us. Where Emmy says, let's hope they get there before the road breaks and we fall into the slimy swamp. This gal said, road breaks and we fall into the slimy swamp. Or when the Deer Squad and Jane and Wufu went to say Scout and Emmy. Where Scout says, okay, I want to finish touchdown. Boom, the tower's finished. Where Scout says, okay, Emmy, ready to see this? Where Scout says, ta-da! Emmy said, whoa! Scout, that is so high up. And then Emmy said, except, how do I get down? Where Scout says, don't worry.